Welcome in, everybody. Sorry I was late. I was on the struggle bus trying to get into StreamYard, but here we are. Happy Wednesday, July 9th. And today, first of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. My moderators, I don't see, oh, there's Shay Shay. Thank you, Shay Shay, for coming in. And to all my subscribers. So today we're going to make a pen holder bookmark. Now, I've wanted to do this project for a long time. I saw a sewing pattern in Creative Fabrica. I did not use that one. I didn't even look at it, but I just saw it. So I thought, oh, I need some elastic. So I got some elastic. But this is really thick. It's pretty, but it's and it's doable. So, but what you can use instead is it's called foldable elastic, and this is what it looks like. I use them all the time for my hair because it doesn't break it and it's stretchy. So this is what they're using on these bookmarks, and it has this fold in here that doesn't affect anything, but that's a good thing because then it tells you where the center of the ribbon is for your placement on the thing. So I found some on Amazon, but of course it's not here. Um, and I think I'm going to check my local Walmart because when I check Walmart, it brings up it doesn't bring up the store, what's in the store. It brings up what's on the website. So our materials that we need are listed in the description. I'm using cotton, and so we need one piece of 9.5 by 2.5. That's going to be, actually, this is going to be your pocket. So you'll be folding that in half. And then 2 pieces of 7.5 by 2.5. And this is going to be your front and back. I use the same fabric, but you can use 3 different kinds if you want, whatever you want to do. I'm just using the same. And then you can add a trim to your pocket. I cut a piece of fabric and I'm going to make it like this. So you can use a decorative trim. So that is the fabric that we need. And then you need a piece of medium weight fusible interfacing. And you need one that is 2 by 7 and one that is 2 by 4.25. It's a medium weight. What I have and used, and it's fine. I don't know what weight this is, but it's the 808 Pellon Craft Fuse. I got this at Walmart in the package. Supplies that you would need, of course, your sewing machine and your thread, but you would need a ruler, rotary, tool, scissors, and of course a notebook or journal. So this is my planner, and I did cut the elastic too big, but thank goodness we're in July because then that takes up the weight for that. And so this is a little, what is this? This little notebook is 8.25, and that's really what you need to know. You don't really need to know how wide it is. 8.25. So I'm going to use an 11-inch I measured the I measured it, and 11 inch is going to be perfect for this one. And so this is the one I'm going to be making today. Um, and then this size, which is I get a bunch of these at the school time from Dollar Tree. I use these notebooks all the time. Yes, it's a sewing project, Shay Shay. So this is 8.5 inch. So I'll be using the 11.5 inch um, elastic for this. So so it will come like that. And I was thinking about y'all that are going to um, conventions and um, um, applique getaway, and it would be a great way to put onto your notebook, and then you'll always have your pen. So I'm going to just pause for a moment and say hello. Um, oh, I don't think I can get up to the chat. I just saw Marilyn. Thank you, Marilyn, for coming in. Hello, Kelly. So, Kelly, I did just see before I came on your question that you sent me. So, basically, it depends on your notebook size as far as how much elastic you need. Um, the instructions say 11.5. And so this is the difference. I'm making the 11.5 for this notebook, but this one is a little bit smaller. So I'm doing just 11 inch for that. And of course I had the benefit of having this piece to lay on there, and then wrap that around, because you just stitch it to here, so you're not tucking a lot of the elastic into your pocket there. All right, so, and hello, Kristen and Jess. Thank you. Are you off today, Jess, or are you sneaking in early? Of course, Shay Shay. Thank you, Shay Shay. I loved um, your applique getaway design that of Greg's that you blinged out. Perfect. Pink clouds. I was looking for the Care Bears up in the pink clouds. Who else do we have here? DB. Thank you. Watching from the bushes for now. Okay. And Renee. Thank you, Renee, for coming in. DB. Got a lot of D's. I had to make sure it's DB. Oh, now my mouse is acting up. Hello, Marilyn, Barber, Robin S. Soaking and Rays. You know, I always love seeing you here. Robin S. Oh, I should have brought out my magic mirror, right? For Romper Room. Hello, Gail, and everyone in the chat. I hope everyone is having a nice day. We're actually storming again. We had non-scheduled rain yesterday and again today. So they're still messing around with our clouds out here. Hello, Laura. It's okay. I was late too. Yeah, I got to figure out how to get into StreamYard. I have to send myself a link and then I can do it. What I actually had to do was go into a previous video and click on StreamYard there to get in. I have a reel on YouTube and I posted a pic in Eve's group. I also saw, didn't I see it also? I saw, Shay Shay, I saw your reel, and then I also, didn't I see it on Instagram as well? Who feels regular elastic will work? You know what? Who asked that? Kristen? If this kind of elastic works, regular elastic will work. That's what this this I have, and it's decorative elastic. It's what I'm using. It's pretty heavy, but it works, and it's easy. Okay, you're off today. Shay Shay's sneaking. Ha! Kelly, Kelly's already got the Amazon coming. Hi, Nikki. Thank you for coming in. Okay, I reached the bottom. I'm trying to post everywhere. It's a lot. Yeah, I did see it in some of the Facebook groups as well. Okay, so to get started, you just cut out all your fabrics and let me get. I have to turn my little iron on. Oh, and so you also need an iron. So I'm going to be using this one today. Let me go ahead and turn it on. For the, well, for the sewing part, and also to fuse the interfacing. So the oh, you guys need to see. So this is a shirt I made a couple weeks ago. So the long one, we're going to fold in half. I'm going to press it first because didn't get that opportunity yet. Okay, Jess, keeping you in the prayers. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my. Hi, Geneva. Thank you for coming in. We're making the pen holder bookmark, and usually what I do because this is my planner, usually what I do is I keep a pen in the spiral, and then I have to like always thumb through to get to where I need to be. This way it just holds it in place there. And so I love it. And then I also, so for my doctor appointments, I have a word search book, and I just stick the pin inside there, but I'm going to make one for that so I can keep a pin attached to my book, and then also you'll mark the place where I'm at, because I do go in order. I don't pick which puzzle I want to work on. If it's something I really don't like, it does take me a while to get to it. I almost made the mistake. So this big one, let me get that one done. So the big one, you're going to fold in half. Oh, my hands are not. My hands are spazzing. You can fold that in half, and then your short piece of interfacing will go on that. So you want to make sure that you get it even, centered even in your half piece. Because this is this is like your stitch line. Whoops. I keep forgetting. I just press on top of it, but you actually press with the glue side up. Hello, Robin. Welcome in. And then this is going to be, this is the back piece. Okay, and then this little piece here is the trim for the pocket, and you could put um you don't even have to put that there. You can just fold and top stitch, but to give it a little decorative and then to define where your pocket is, it's cute. You can also put like a little piece of lace there, or rickrack, anything you want to put for decorative there. Just make it just needs to be 2.5 inches long, because this is how long your bookmark is. So what I do with this is I just fold in and then fold in, and then just keep manipulating it until I see the center. You can actually do, let me do that because my hands are pretty shaky today. The um, the weather definitely affects how um, my physical body reacts. Fortunately, I'm not in pain, uh, just unstable. Thank you, Robin. And they're so fun to make. So what I'm trying to do is like come up with little gift ideas that are easy to make, things that you can use with your scraps. And you know, Christmas in July. So yes, this is what I'm actually making, Kristen, is it reminds me of the bias tape. So using things that are in, because I'm using things that I have. So that's what this ends up being, exactly like bias tape. Because this I'll be stitching this and then folding it over and doing a top stitch. So those are all of the supplies. I'm going to shut this off for now. Um, then we do interfacing, press, sew trim. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is sew that trim onto the fold line. We'll see how far my thread goes. Okay, so, oh, you also need pins. Okay. So then I'm just, yes, Kelly's making it along with me. She'll be done before me. So I just match up the um, ends. Put a little pin in there. Oops. Bye. Right. Right, Renee? Yeah. Okay. This petal, I know you all hear me every time. It's so tiny. Always have to go hunting it down. Okay, so we're using 1/4 inch seam, which is right along the edge of my presser foot. And I'm going to, oh, let me change. I use C for stitch and then D for the top stitch. I'm used to my other machine, the presser foot lever is behind here. This one is under here. So then I have this, and I'm going to then tuck this up and bring it over there. And then I'm going to do a top stitch along this edge here. Go back to D. And then this, I just run the center of my presser foot along the edge, along the seam edge. I did this yesterday too. I ran off the edge. Okay. Seam ripper is another tool you need to have. I guess this is why we do a bigger stitch for top stitching, because sometimes we need to rip it back out. Which part, Kelly? I'm getting ready to take it out. So if you're talking about the trim, you'll see it again. I use one of my ice cream koozies as a little, just fold it all down, and it's cute. I just use it for thread because I don't want any, I don't use it for candy wrappers because I don't need any food and then ice cream in there. Yeah, Kristen, this sewing machine, I've told the story before. I have a Viking. I got it in 1971. It was a gift from my dad, and uh, he. Oh, anyway, so he researched, but he needed me to use it too. I mean, he needed to use it too because he was a paramedic with the fire department, and the tool belts that people may, or that you could get for all the tools that paramedics use, uh, it wasn't sufficient. And so he designed and created that, and and we had Tandy leather near us, and oh, I just love the smell of that store. And so he had got the leather, and he made the tool belts, and I just love him for that. So, um, but and he would make them, and he would give them to all his buddies at the firehouse, and he should have patented it, but he didn't. So anyway, so back to this sewing machine. So my Viking, because of its age, you can't get parts for it anymore, and so I needed a machine, during 2020, and so this one, Joanne's finally got one in stock, because they had no machines, and she was only $60, and so I got her. I looked for a zipper foot because I'm trying to find all these patterns without a zipper because I don't have a zipper foot, and um, they don't make one for this machine. It only comes with this. It only comes with this one, and it's plastic. But E E on here, it shifts the needle to the left, and I wonder, it shifts the needle to this side, and I wonder if that means then it's a zipper foot. I mean, it's for zippers. I'll try it. I don't have any zippers, so um hey Cheryl. Oh, best wishes for that. I hope I hope all is well. I know those take a while. I see zipper with, oh, you sew zippers without a zipper foot? Okay. So this pattern is a good for a beginner. I did see one with a zipper, and that would be good for a planner where you use a lot of markers and stuff like that. Um, that will be a future project. Right now I got all these threads. Okay, I think that those are hidden well enough where I can just carry on. Okay. All right. So Kelly, I'm not sure because I can't see the chat. Um, so if you were talking about this, so it's 2.5 inches wide, 1.5 inches tall. So I just fold the ends in half and then the other end in. Oh, you're ready to go with me now. Okay. So, so I'm taking that fold and folding it to the back, and then I'm going to attempt round 2 of trying to do a top stitch. It's going to bother me to have these threads hanging out like that. Okay. All right. Let's try this again after I have a drink. So let me the other thing, this machine doesn't have a light, so I have to use my table lamp, floor lamp to maneuver it. Okay. She's not going to win a beauty pageant, but she'll come in second place. Or she'll be runner up. She won't be the queen. And I will be okay with this. All right, so that is this part. Then you're going to take the piece that doesn't have the backing, the binding, the interfacing on, and you're just going to fold it in half lengthwise and pinch it. You can, this is only to mark the center where you're going to put your elastic. And you can, so I can see where my center is, but you can stick a pin in there, or you can use a marking pen with it. I'm going to go ahead and stick the pin on in it so you all can see. So that's my center. And then this piece, that's your folded piece, you're going to take that. I don't know why this is acting like this. Okay, I'm going to stick a pin up here. Keep it in place. Okay, so then you're going to do the same thing for your raw edges down at the bottom. Is fold in half, pinch to make a fold, stick a pin in it. And then you're just going to stick that down at the bottom. Oy. This isn't even slippery fabric, but it's giving me a pain. It's being a pain. Okay. I could still see where my center is. No, I can't. Hi Creations by Missy. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm using this small book for this purple one. It has the purple on here. This was in one of the uh bling boxes. Hey Picker McFake. Good afternoon. You're on your lunch break. Thank you for coming in. Yes, I'm happy you're here. So I marked on the back that this is the 11-inch piece because that's a shorter notebook. So we're just going to match up the middles. You're going to go face down, right sides to right sides. And um, I'm going to go ahead and also, because you're going to be putting this piece on top, and so you're going to go right sides over the top of this. So this is your back, and it's going to go on there. And this is where the thinner elastic would be more beneficial because this makes all the layers really thick, but it's doable. I did it. And then you're going to come up here, and because you have all this excess, you're just going to tuck that in here. You can pin it down if you want. I was successful in just keeping it tucked in there. Yesterday, of course, when I wasn't live, but we're going to have success again today because we don't stress about lives. Things are going to happen if it's going to happen. Okay, so then I'm going to pin it all the way around. Ouch. If you have clips, you can use clips. I don't have clips. I have these clips and they're kind of big, but they do work. I end up pulling them all out because they don't really fit under here very well. So I stick with that. So I'm going to put a clip right at that seam so I know where I need to go back stitch over that. Then we're going to make sure you leave an opening here. Um, but I'm going to pin it and hope to remember. Y'all remind me. Leave an opening. Because I need that elastic to stay tucked in there. Okay. Oh, some other tools that you'll need is when you turn this inside out, a corner poker, whatever you have. Okay, see, I need to tuck that inside. You love your pens. These these came with the Cricut sewing kit back in the day. I don't know if they still have it, but all these tools, the seam ripper, scissors, and even though nobody else is in my house, I still put a label on there, sewing only. You never know. I might have somebody show up and craft with me. My daughter-in-law is interested in sewing. She's got her eye on her mom's sewing machine. Her mom has two sewing machines, but she has to haul it from Mexico. It's a built-in with a cabinet. There's some pretty fancy pins. These have a the ball tip. They're long. They have some nice flap, with flowers. Get all fancy. Okay. All right. So here is my pocket, and I'm going to let me see where my okay. So here is the edge of my trim that I did. So let me do a black pen there, a gray pen. I saw one girl, she uses all her pins are the flower ones, but then she has a red ball pin and a green ball pin, and that's what put like for her to leave her opening. Hey, precious pieces. Sewing scissors were my mom's, so it has been. Oh yeah, my aunt, my mom's oldest sister, is who taught me to sew. I learned at 9 years old, and right away I knew I didn't want simple. I loved all of the things that had the pleats and tucks and give me the complicated, hard ones because I loved the challenge. Then I was making dresses for little girls at school. I mean, I was a little girl too, but anyway, so it was fun, you know. Um, but my mother didn't sew. She did other things. Both my parents are crafty, were crafty. All right, so now I'm just going to um, use use this. It's a 1/4 inch seam, and so this is a good guideline as long as you have your interfacing on there centered correctly or centered. Um, so Nikki is asking the chat, what are your thoughts on electric scissors? Um, my thoughts are I'm amazed. I love to watch people use it. And I don't think it's for me because oh, I have arthritis in my hands. And so oh, I forgot to shut off my phone. So I have arthritis in my thumbs. And so sometimes it's like a trigger. It just automatically goes like that, and I don't need to have anything electric in my hand when it does that. Okay, so let me move it back to C for a stitch, and let's go. Wait, come on, let's go. And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna just go over this trim area and stop right after that. Your mother used electric scissors because she sewed a lot of large things. Okay, so that's where my stopping point is going to be, and I did a back stitch. And then I'm going to, so here's where that is. I can see it. And then I'm going to come down here. So that's a good, since I had really tough elastic, I yanked it by the elastic to get it to come through. I know. Welcome in. I actually could go one more stitch. There. Oh. Your pen holder finished dead last. Oh, in the beauty pageant. Okay, so this, I'm coming to the elastic, and you want to sew through the elastic and then back the whole piece of elastic and then come back because you want to give it extra stability. Okay. I'm coming up to my pocket. I can feel the top of the trim. I'm going to back over that. Give it some extra strength. Not that I'm going to be stuffing a bunch of pens in there, but yes, Kelly did a good job on her first solo live. If you didn't see it live, please catch the replay. Okay, I'm at the other piece of elastic. I'm going to go over it. And then, oh, get your foot off the pedal. Okay, so I'm going to go back over it. Okay. Yes, you can embroider on them. It'd be cute. Little monogram. This is, these don't stay in my hair. So this is what the foldable elastic looks like that um, others use for not the hair ribbon, but I mean that's what I use this for, but you can get this by the spool, or you can get many colors in the batch, just like that webbing stuff on Amazon. And but this is what people use for their bookmarks. Um, so now I've come to the end, and now it's the part that Shay Shay loves. Oh, let me trim this. Oh, wait. Before I start to turn things around, inside, right side out, clip the corners to reduce the bulk in those corners. Boy, I tell you, this mini press sure heats up fast. Okay. Here's my elastic. So I'm kind of thinking that this craft, the Pellon, is heavy, heavyweight, not medium weight. But I like how the end result is. It doesn't feel too stiff here. Let me try and grab the. Oh, they're both. Kristen, I love Lolita. Kristen, you need to lay off our Marilyn. You know, I had a serger when I had my sewing business, and I only serged with it. I didn't create things with it. I guess people needed to come up with other ideas to justify the price of a serger. But I don't know. I am wishing that I'm wishing I still had it, but I've left it in California. You see me fiddling too much with this, it's because I just this thumb is the worst as far as my arthritis, and it just doesn't grip it good, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Um, thank you, Lord. What's funny about this rain is it's still 99, 100 degrees. Well, like yesterday it was 99 and then it rained. Oh, I have a pin in here. Thank goodness I didn't stick myself with it. So it was 99, then it rained and brought it all the way down to 81. I was like, wow. Of course I have didn't gosh, I don't remember the last time I went outside. Um Friday, 4th of July. So then using my bone folder and poking through these corners, not poking through. We don't want to poke through, but we do want to get them looking sharp. That's good. It always looks like a bowling pin. I thought it looked like a soda bottle, but then I looked at it in the camera and it's like a bowling pin. So let's get those corners up. And then I'm taking it and I'm running it along the edge on the inside, the seam, just to sharpen that up. I'm going to press this a little bit, get those. And then the opening, you want to tuck the opening in. And then I'm going to press this and then top stitch it, and then we've got another bookmark. So when you do your top stitch, you just want to make sure this stays out of the way. I'm gonna, whoops. Oh my goodness. My finger was just having too much fun pressing buttons. Okay, Kelly. I'll look at it when I get off. Yeah, they're really easy to make, and I can't wait to get the 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 fold over elastic, because like I said, I get a lot of these from the Dollar Tree, um, these notebooks, and this one I would use the 11.5-inch elastic for that one because it's a little bit taller. I mean, this is like normal. This is the normal size, and this one is a little bit shorter. Um, I think Patrice might have made these with um, whatever that notebook thing is that you all got. The anyway, that you make your own notebooks. Um, but I use those little notebooks all the time. I jot down my projects, the measurements, and then everything. And then I have one. Um, so this is my what I'm doing for my lives, the patterns and stuff like that. And then I have my shirts with the temple. Oh, wait, Texas storm. It's getting grumbly outside. So I have a notebook with things I have on my website, that I have the design, I have the um, the colors I use and all that kind of stuff. So that it's always there. Okay, so this is my top stitch. So I've moved it to the top stitch, stitch length, and just gonna do a little back stitch and then forward. It stitches that closed. I forgot you can't hear me when I'm sewing because of the cancellation. going over the trim. I'm going to give it a little back stitch. Back stitched over the elastic, give it extra stability. And just laugh with me. My little preggers right there. Okay, so this is my book. Okay, so this was 11 inches and it's kind of loose. That's loose. So 11 inches is too long for this particular one. So then now this I'll have to use maybe 10. Oh, I bumped my bumped my mouse. So this one, let's see, this is better fit. I would probably go, it's curling up, but I would probably go 11 and a quarter on this instead of 11 and a half. This is, yeah. There you go. I think I'll end up taking that out and redoing that so it's not, but it's just for me. It's just for me, so it's okay. And of course, if you used matching thread, then it wouldn't be so noticeable. Oh, maybe you can't even notice it, but I use white. So this one for my planner, I used 11 and 7/8 for this elastic, and then this one I used 11 inches. Thank you, Picture Me Crafting. So this way, you always have a pen with your notebook, and you don't have to be running around looking for them. So I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. And I'll be making more. Of course, I have to. Um, I'll get the maybe maybe this because see how this is curling up like that. It definitely needs a longer elastic so that it wouldn't do that. And then also maybe the kind of elastic that others are using because it's thin and it's stretchy. This is not this is like waistband elastic. It's just glittery. So of course that caught my attention. But so anyway, I'll be getting this and this if I can find the gray, which on Amazon they have a whole bundle of theme of colors, and so that would go good with this one here. But anyhow, see maybe making some. Yeah, and then the other thing also is you can go ahead and make them wider, and then you can stitch down the middle of the pocket so that you can put, like a pen and a pencil and you know, but yeah, I now because like I was saying earlier was I usually just keep my pen in like this, but I liked this because then I have my pen, and then I have also my month that I'm working on marked with the bookmarker. So, um, Baker McFake is asking everybody what they're doing today. I'll be working on what we're doing for the Patchak crew tomorrow and for our live tomorrow night. And then also I have, hello, Carol Coleman. Then I'm still making all my uh, koozies. I found because I use that marking pen, the washable marking pen. Um, I found that once I get the quilting done, then spritz this with water to get rid of the blue pen, and then I can continue on with making them. So I'm having fun making those, and then I still have the bookmark corners, the corner bookmarks. Sorry, finding my slipper. I still have some of those to finish up. So that's what I'll be working on this rainy day. Ah, Marilyn, are you doing hats or bucket hats? I still want to make one of those bucket hats, but I want to clear up some of these projects here. Um, Rachel had shown that her Walmart is clearancing out fabric, so but they are doing her Walmart is going through renovations, so that's what they do when they're renovating is they start clearancing out that stuff. But she got a lot of really good deals. Machines, they were clearancing out some machines. So I might be going over there and getting some of my favorites and some of my favorite fabrics before they're gone. I have I have to get I know I have to get I think I'm going to do black for this. I'm going to do pet bandana. And so I want to make it revert. Oh no, I'm going to get I want to find either this gray or get black. And then I also have this fabric. Um, these are from Joann's. And I think I'll get black to go with this to make it reversible. So, but I'm not going out in this rain. No, ma'am. I stay in, and have another cup of coffee. for the inside. Faker and Fake, are you talking to me or Marilyn? Ooh. Marilyn, is it raining out there, or are you just working because you're retired? Hey, Miss Nene, I just saw you pop up. I don't know where my mouse is. Oh, picture me crafting. Oh, me. So inside, inside the pet, can you make a video of the pet bandanas? Yes, I am going to make I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video of the pet bandana. So what the kind that I've made before goes on the collar, but my my Kevin that y'all hear me talk about, um he's got really thick hair, like we kind of think he has chow mixed in him, and so and he doesn't like anything on him. You know, he'll tolerate a bandana for a picture, but I found this pattern of a bandana that I think he'll agree to wear for a little bit, and because it's not tight around him and you don't have to tie it, and he doesn't wear a collar, and so anyway, so that's an upcoming video. I just have to figure it out. So for the koozies, just a minute, let me get that. So I have this for the I have this one for that we did the bowl koozies with and the ice cream koozies. So I got a few packages of this. Got it at Joann's, but they do sell it um, at Walmart and Amazon, I think. Yeah, they of course they'll sell it at Amazon. And then so that's what I still used for here, because you can, even though it's not going into the microwave, but it's what I had. I'm doing uh, shopping in my own craft room for my supplies. But what I will get is called worm. It's in the description of that video where I did the jar mason jar koozies. Um, and I'm going to get some of that because you don't need it to go in the microwave, but you do like to have it. Oh, you use Insulbright. I think that's the same thing, right? It's like it'll keep the condensation from if you have ice in it or something. So it'll keep the temperature of whatever your drink is. It'll keep it the same. And then if it's cold and it's got the sweat, then it acts like a coaster. But I like that. So so go back and check out those videos. I did the mason jar koozies last Wednesday, and then the week before I did the corner um bookmark corners. Those are fun. And then also then the time before that I did the ice cream koozies, which are these. And the mason jar fits in this too. It's just loose. And I said, oh, I can do something better than that. But anyway, but this also, the ice cream koozies, you can also put like a cup of noodles in there. You could put the ice cream in there. And so they're quite useful. So anyway, so that's all I have for today. Um, and I want to thank everybody for being in here. I want to thank my moderators for being in here. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with me. Yes, Nikki, those corner bookmarks are really good, and then you can gift them like 3 in a pack for teachers and stuff. And because people they're like reading more than one book, and then also um, uh, reading more than movie, and people lose bookmarks, but anyhow, and you can customize them to who you're giving them to as a gift. So anyway, so again, thank you everybody for coming here. I love being here with y'all, hanging out with you, and I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me. Hopefully I taught you stuff, and I shouldn't show that. That was from last week. But anyway, um, so you're welcome. Thank you. I don't know where my mouse is. My mouse. Okay. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Have a happy and safe, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Pat Chat Crew.